So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be learning basics of the HTML for all the beginners, and before starting our video I would like to say that please subscribe my channel, because like 95% of my audience are only watching my videos but not subscribing my channel, and it is very disappointing for me and it hurts a lot. So please subscribe my channel. And so without any further discussion, let's begin our HTML tutorial. So first of all, what do we need here is a source code editor. And so if you have a Visual Studio Code, you can open the Visual Studio Code, that is a VS Code, or if you have a Sublime Text, you can open that as well. So after you have opened your source code editor, just click into a open folder. Okay, so after you have opened, just select a desktop or any location you want to save, then just create a new folder, press Ctrl plus Shift plus N, then just write let's say HTML tutorial. Okay, and just select this folder. Okay, so now we are inside this HTML tutorial folder, as you can see. So first of all, what we'll do here is just create a new file. Okay, just create a new file, that is a index.html for the HTML. Okay, .html with a s.html extension. So after we have created this, so what I will do here is just write HTML and then select this HTML:5, or you can do this as well. Let me show you. Just press Shift 1, just press the exclamation mark and then press enter. So you will have this HTML format, as you can see. Alright, so after you have done this, just you can write here the title name. Okay, so let's say HTML tutorial. Okay, let's say PROROZ. So whatever we'll be doing inside our body tag. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, you might not know this live server. So to install this, you have to go to the extension, the fourth one, and then search for the live server. Okay, search for the live server and just click the first one, and then you can install this live server. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, so if you have already know, so you might have this option of the live server. Just click onto the, just right click and then open with the live server. Okay, so here you have this blank page for now. So now what we'll do here is just we'll be working inside a body tag. So first of all, let me start with a very simple tags, that is a h1 tag to h6 tag. So as you all know, this is for a heading tag. So let's say HTML by PROROZ. So as you can see, here is a h1 tag, and if you just like, let me copy this for 6 times. Okay, so let me just change and show you the difference of these tags. So okay, here you can see we have these h1 to h6 tags are used for our heading. Okay, and now the next one we have here is a paragraph tag, that is a p tag. We call this p tag, and if we write LOREM, then it will just print a paragraph of lorem ipsum. So as you can see, here is our lorem ipsum paragraph, so it will be automatically placed. Okay, so what if we want to like have a break from here? Okay, so that is a emit. Okay, so we add our br tag. So br means a break tag. So if we add a br tag, then press save, then it will automatically gives a break. So let's say we want to add a break into this $, over here. Okay, so what we do here is just press space and then give a break br, then save it. So as you can see, it has given a space. So let's say we want to make this lorem ipsum some bold letter. Okay, so what do we do here is just press enter and write B for bold, and then just keep the end of the bold in over here. Okay, so where inside the this lorem ipsum is inside a b tag. So now just save it, and as you can see, it is in a bold letter. Okay, so we have strong for we have this strong tag for the important text. Let's say HTML CSS for beginners. So this bold and a strong tag works as a same thing, that is it bold it, but the strong one is for the important text that you want to highlight. Okay, and the bold one is for that you can just bold the letter, and the strong one is for the important text that you want to show to the others. Okay, so okay, let's now delete this. If you have learned this, okay, I should delete this so it will not take a lots of page. Save it, and it will blank again. So now what we have here next is a anchor tag. So a is a anchor tag, so we'll keep a hashtag for here. Let's say we have a home page. Okay, and let's say we have another one with let's say about page. So we have two pages. As you can, here we have a two link. Right now it won't go to the any place, you can see. Yeah, so this tag is used for linking. Okay, so these tags are called as a anchor tag and used for the linking. So let me show you an example. So let me just create one more file with a .html. Let's say about.html. Okay, so here I have created a about.html. Okay, so what we'll do here is just go to the about.html and just press and create a same HTML format here as well, and then just come here and then create a anchor tag as again. So now what we'll do here is not put a hashtag. Okay, we'll just add a same link, that is our index.html. So we want our index.html to link with this about.html. So what we'll write here is index.html, and let's say back back to. So now what it will do is just it will send back to the index.html, and now what we'll have to do here is just click onto the about.html. So now if we click into the about here, then it will take to the next page, that is here. It will come to the back to the home, and if you click onto the back to the home, then it will take to the index.html. as you can see, it will take to the index.html, and if we click onto the back about, then it will take us to the about.html. Let me add a background color, background color of aqua. Okay, so here you can see the difference. So right now we are on the about.html with this anchor tag, that is back to the home. So it links with the index.html. as you can see, that href links with the html index.html, and if we click onto the back to the home, then it will take to this index.html, so which we are working. So release. So this is home page. Okay, as you can see, and if we write here, this is just to show you the difference. This is about page. So let's click onto the about. So as you can see, this is our about page, and if you click onto the go back home, we are right now into the home page. So this is just a simple example of using of the anchor tag. Okay, so right now we'll just come back to the index.html. So next one, our next tag we are going to use is a image tag, and to have a image, we to just add the image on our web page, we need to have our image inside this folder, inside this HTML tutorial folder. So first of all, what we'll do here is just add the image. Let's open the file. Okay, I have a folder. I have a, let's say, just one.png. Just I would copy this image and then just paste into the folder that I've just created, that is the index, that is our HTML tutorial folder, and just paste it over here. Okay, so this is the image that I'm going to paste it in our website. So what is the source here is just, it is a one.png for right now, so I will write the one.png. So as you can see, I have just posted my image, and so in our website, and this alt is alternative. So if my let's say photo doesn't work, if my photo doesn't open, then it will just do, let's say it is a picture of VS Code. Okay, so if my picture doesn't load, let's say it is like just like this, then it will show picture of VS Code. So it helps to recognize what is the picture is about. So we can add this as well, or if we have our image, then we can just add like this. Okay, so this is how you add the image. And to resize the image, you have to add the style. You can add it internally, or you can add externally by using the style.css, that is using CSS. So if you want to add internal, I'll show you some little example. Let's say add a style, write style tag before the body tag and after the head tag. Okay, write the style. Then what you'll need to write here is just img image. Okay, this is img means the image tag. And what we'll do here is just give a width of, let's say 50 pixel. Okay, and then just give a height as well, let's say 60 pixel. So if you save this, then it will automatically size your photo, your image, to the size you have given. Okay, let's give it 150 and 160. So this is the size that we have just placed over here. So this is how you add the image with a img and source, and then the source is just inside the folder. So I have written here one.png. So if it is inside the folder, let's say I have a image folder, and this one.png is inside this image move. Okay, so let's say I have my image inside the image folder. Then as you can see, it doesn't open and it is showing the picture of VS Code. So what we'll need to do is just remove this. Okay, and we need to add the image folder first, then give a forward slash. Okay, then just write, what we have here is one.png inside the image folder, then just write one.png, so it should load. Okay, so sorry, so this is how you add the image inside the website, and you can resize the picture as well using the style tag. Okay, so next one we have here is called as a input tag, and it inputs the control. So here we have a input. We can just add anything. So let's say placeholder means what you need to write here. Let's say I have a here using the same tag that I have just shown you before. Let's say we are using h3 tag. Let's say user name. As you can see, here is our username with a text area. And so what do you want to write? What do you want the user to write inside this box? So I want user to write let's say your name. So as you can see, here is a written your name. So mistype, let's say number or anything. So it says your name, so you will write your name. So we have same for, let's say we create a same for the password. Okay, just give a input. So now for the password, you won't write type with a text. So for the password, you have to write a password, type with a password. And for the email, you have to write, let's say, email. You have to write an input with email. Okay, so if it's for the password, then you have to write the type password code, because it will show like this for the password. And for the email also, it will be easier if you write the type with the email. Okay, so password, it will be hidden. As you can see, I wrote anything, it will be hidden. And if you have a type with a text, so it will not be hidden. And for email as well, it will not be hidden. Okay, so if you want to add a placeholder, let's say your password. Okay, and just add a placeholder with let's say your email. Okay, so this is how you create your input. So you can just basically create a simple login box using this HTML tag. So for the button, you have a button tag. Okay, button. So just write a button and then let's say submit. Okay, so you have here a submit button. So you can just add a br tag for the break over here. Okay, and or if you are using a styled CSS, you can just give a different margin as well. So for more break, you can add one more break, so it will give a perfect distance, perfect margin. Okay, so this is how you create the button and the input for the users. So it is very easy. You can just rewatch the video if you want. I've just used a simple s3 tag with a input. For the name, you have to write a type with a text and just give a placeholder like this, your name. And for the password, you have to write a type with a password, and for the email, you have to write the type within email. Okay, and for the button, just create a button tag and then write let's say I want to change it to login. It will change to the login. Okay, so it is very simple. You don't need to worry. So now we move on to the next tag. So next one we have here is a div. So as you all have heard about this div tag, yeah, and you might have seen many YouTubers have been using this div for creating awesome website. So what is this div? So just div is a, let's say it is used to define a section, and we have a section tag as well, and this is also the same. Yeah, and we have a div that these are also the same. So most of us use a div. So what is the use of the div? So let's say I have h2 tag, sorry, with a, let's say, hello world. Okay, and it is inside the div. Yeah, and let's say I have a h2 tag with a same, as you can see we have same h2 tag, which is inside, one is inside the div and one is inside outside the div. So let's say this is outside the div, and let's change this to inside the div. Okay, sorry, so we have here a outside the div and inside the div. So if you just want to change this h2 tag and we don't, so let's say, let me give you an example. So let's say style with a, let's say if I only give a h2 tag, then it will change everything. Okay, so let me show you. Let me change this to the blue. So as you can see, it has changed everything. So just let me just remove this. Okay, so it has changed the inside of the div and also the outside of the div. So what if I want to just change this h2 tag, or let's say I have here a lots of other as well. Let's say p with a lorem ipsum. Okay, so if I want to change only this inside a div, so I have to just create a class. So class is a, let's say, a global attribute, so it can be called everywhere. Okay, so let's say I have a class with a inside, so inside is my class. Okay, this is a class. So here I have just wrote a s2, so it has taken over everything. This is the inside the div and the outside the div as well. So what if I write only the inside? So as you can see, I have just called the inside class. So I have just called the div of this inside class, and div is just only up to here, not the outside of the div. Okay, so it will just work in this, so it will not work on this. So let's see, let's save this, and as you can see, it is only working in our paragraph. So as you can see, it has just separate the section, and it is only defining the part only that is inside the div. Okay, so let me add let's say h1 tag. It only works up to div, so it will only work up to the div. Okay, so it will not work outside the div. So let me add some margin, so it will, let me show you some more example. So as you can see, it is only working up on the div, so it is not working this outside the div. So this is the main work of the div, so we can only work for some part or some section that we want. And if you don't want to work on, so if you want to work on this, we have to create a separate div for this. Let's say, let me create a div with a class outside. Okay, let's say it is outside, and just close this div, just close this div. Okay, so we have a different div for the outside, and we have different div for the inside. So what I want to do is just this dot means a class. Okay, so this dot means a class, and what I will do here is just write outside. So this is the class outside, and it is inside a style tag. Okay, as you can see, and what I'll do here is just change the color to make you more understand. So let me add a brown. As you can see, it has changed to the brown, but it doesn't affect these all. Yeah, so now let's say if I want to just change this one, this inside the div, so let me see. So inside the div is only h2 tag, so inside the class with a inside the h2 tag, there is a inside the div. Yeah, so I want to change this, so what I will do here is just change the h2, so it will only work on this inside the div. So now can you see the difference? So it is only working inside the div, not working on this. It's only up or to you or the outside the div. Yeah, so I want to just add a one more here. I want to add the h1 as well. What I'll do here is just write inside and then h1, so it will work to this one as well. So this is the work of a div, which is used to define a section. So this is one section. Yeah, this one is one section, and this is another section, and we can just separate it using a sr tag. So if you write sr tag, you can see it has separate the section with a horizontal line. So we use this sr tag for separating of a section or of, let's say, a part or a header. Now what we have here is a list types. So here we have a ordered list and a unordered list. So let me give you an example. So ordered list is like giving a number to a list. Let's say OL represents the order list and LI represents the list. Let's say I have a home. Okay, and let's say I have a about page. Okay, and let's say I have a service. So as you can see, it is giving a number. So this is in a order list. So what if I write it in an unordered list? So it will just give a bullet. Okay, so let me show you an example. li with a star 3, so it will print for the 3 time. Let me write here home, about, okay, and let's say service. As you can see, so on order list gives you a bullet, whereas a order list gives you a number 1 2 3, okay, and so on. So this is how a order list and unordered list works. So just giving this, I have one more, so that is a table. So lots of beginners might not know how to create a table, so creating a table is a very easy job. So we have to make a table, we have a tag called a table, okay, just press enter and we have our table here. Now what we'll do here is, first we'll create a table head, okay, so that means header content. So we have table head for THEAD, so and just press enter. Let's say it is table for, let's say, vegetables, okay, this is just an example. So I have here a table for vegetables. So now what we'll do here first is just create a, so in HTML we cannot create directly the column. So what we have here is a tr tag, that is a table row. So first we'll create a row cell, okay, press enter, and then we'll add something that is called a table head, so it will give you a bold view, okay. So let's say our let's say first of all vegetables, okay, so with a vegetable 1, and let's say th, just give th star 2, okay, and just give here a, let's say tomatoes and potatoes. So right now it is looking really bad, so we need to add some style here. What we'll do here is just write a table, okay, table slash table row slash table head slash and a table define, okay. So what it will do is just we'll add some border here, let's say 1 pixel of a solid black. So as you can see, it has modified to a perfect table form, yeah. So what we have done here is just add a border of a 1 pixel with a solid black, okay. So here we have just created one row with a table head of a vegetable, tomatoes and potatoes. So it will come to a bold letter, as you can see, because it is a table head. So we'll create a one more row, table row, to give then just give a tr tag, and then now write a td, because it is a table definition. So this is our table head, and td means a table define, okay. So let's say we have a weight here. So as you can see, it is not coming in a bold because it is a table define, yeah. And just give a, okay, star 2, so let's say 2 kgs, 3 kgs, okay. So as you can see, here is a 2 kg, here is a 3 kg. So if you want more longer table, you can just add more rows as well, and just give a td define, let's say price, let's say $20, okay, and this is a $40. So you can just elongate this table as long as you want, and if you want to add more heading, you have to just go to the first one and just add a th, and let's say onions, and you can add more here by just adding a table definition, that is td tag, let's say 4 kgs, and just give here a price of td by giving, let's say, $22, okay. So this is how you create a table. So it is very easy. And if you want to add this border, you just have to come to the styled css and just write table comma tr means table row, th means the table head, and td means the table define, and just give a border of 1 pixel of solid black, or if you want, let's say, red, and just give a red, or if you want green, you can give a green, or if you want more bold, so let's say 5 pixels, so you can just give a 5 pixel and give it a more green. Okay, so this is how you create a table. So these are some of the very basic HTML tags for all of you beginners. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have learned something new today, and if you're very new to the channel, so please do subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. And if you want to learn the style.css, if you want to learn the CSS, then you can just write in the comment section below. So thanks for watching again. See you in the next video. Bye all.